Right now, you're listening to Fireside Chats. This show is brought to you by and is recorded at IM Studios in Brantford, Ontario. And I'm your host, Jamie Prokop. We have in the studio today Mr. Maury Blair from Breakthrough Ministries. The Bible is full of counseling regarding forgiveness for the people that do wrong against us. To those listening today, forgiveness may be the hardest thing, coming out of a bitter heart. And bitterness is really just what makes life sort of stale. Maury, what kind of counsel would you give somebody, stressing the importance of forgiveness in the process of becoming an overcomer of abuse?
I think forgiveness plays a major part in it. I struggled with that. I had a hard time looking back. For instance, my mother, every summer for 5 summers, sent me to one of her sister's farms. They live on a farm down near Toronto. And her husband was a big German guy. And he came to get me. And I didn't want to go. It was summertime, summer holidays. But Mom thought if I sent you away for a while, it'd make it easier at home for you. You wouldn't have to face the old man coming home. And I said, well, Mom, I don't want to go. Isn't it amazing? Here I am a victim, but I don't want to leave my home. And my brothers don't want me to go. So I say, Mom, no, don't send him. We'll hide him in the woods. We'll sneak food to him. Mom said, no, we can't do that. So my uncle shows up. He said, yeah, he's going to go to our farm. He'll be playing with the chickens and the cows and my 3 children. Oh, he'll have a great time. So I get in the car and I'm waving goodbye to everybody. I still don't want to go because I'm feeling insecure. We're driving down the road and he pulls the car over, slows it down. And he adjusts the rear view mirror and looks back at me. And here's what he says to me. You're a piece of garbage. When you get to my farm, you're going through the same thing there that you went through at home. I hung my head and he started the car off. I'm sitting in the back seat with my head down thinking, Mom, how could you do this? How could you send me there? When I get to the farm, I meet his kids. It wasn't long before we were in the routine and we all had chores to do, but they learned very quickly, blame Maury for everything, and I got the blame for everything. So he would walk in and grab me by the scruff of the neck and drag me down an alley, down by the water, and he had a big watering trough down there where the cows drank. And he picked me up in the air, this giant of a guy, shook me and cursed me, and then he held me underwater until I couldn't breathe. I thought, I'm going to die. And then he'd bring me up, a cough and sputtered. He'd do this 8 or 10 times, throw me on the ground, kick me and curse me, and tell me, if you don't smarten up, you're going to get the same treatment tomorrow. I remember lying there gasping for breath and thinking, why does everybody hate me? So I was damaged, hurting, wounded. And as I got older, I was angry. I looked back on those years and I thought, I'd like to bash his face in. And I can remember thinking all those thoughts. But when Christ came into my life and changed me, suddenly I saw them in a different perspective. I saw my stepfather, the way he was raised, the violence, the alcoholism, the problems in the home. No wonder he turned out like he was. I saw my uncle. Yeah, he was raised in the same kind of rough, tough environment. He didn't know anything else, so he turned out like he was. And moms and dads need to understand the environment they're raised in makes the difference in a child's life. You've got to raise them in peace and security with proper discipline. Without that, there's no way they can do it. And I would say forgiveness plays a major part in surviving child abuse. Many people say, yeah, I'm a survivor. But they hate their stepfather or their mother or their grandmother or someone that's hurt them. And I say, hey, part of the process of God is for you to forgive them. See them in a different light. And I see my stepfather now, I feel sorry for him. What a wasted life. What a wasted life with all that alcohol and that mistreatment. Wasted. Fortunately for me, we ended in peace. I used to drive him to work. We never talked, but I drove him to work, helped him repair things around the house. So it worked out for me very fortunately. And I say, you've got to learn to forgive. And God can give you that capacity when you let Jesus Christ come into your life and be the Lord of your life. He can change your whole attitude and the whole direction of your life.
My guest today, Maury Blair from Breakthrough Ministries. Thanks for joining us.